Hello, loves, and welcome back to my channel. I'm still figuring out cameras and how I want to go about this, so forgive me if I look a little bit days of our lives today. I've just come back from Mexico with a really, really beautiful connection, someone I hadn't seen in 3 years. And I came back tanned and regulated and just feeling so beautiful. This human installed was such a safe space and installed so much love and appreciation and compassion for me. Spending 3 days with someone in a hotel is can be quite a daunting experience, especially for a woman who lives by herself and does her own thing. What I realized that when you are in a high value connection and you do have a style of dating that is very values driven, that you walk away from these connections feeling different, that feeling better than they found you. And this is why I want to talk about ghosting today. Ghosting is something that we all experience. I did a poll on my Instagram yesterday, and so many of you said that you've been ghosted more than once, that it's left you feeling confused, jarring to the nervous system, or it's made you feel really sad, like it's made you question your worth, or it's made you really anxious and made you want to numb out and just like can't be in your body. And I've experienced a lot of ghosting and I've experienced a lot of love bombing. And I've had people fly into Barcelona just to take me on a platonic date, thinking I'm the greatest thing, and then realizing that perhaps I'm going to hold them to the high standard that I hold myself in regards to values and standards and living in alignment with those values. I've had plenty of men go back to their ex-girlfriends that were a much safer option, or they've gone to someone younger, like my ex-partner, which is completely fine. It doesn't mean that they are a bad person, but it does signify some unresolved personal issues, discomfort with something in our dynamic, something that maybe triggered them. But what I would like to say today is hurt people hurt people. It's a cliche for a reason because it's riddled in truth. Someone who is deeply in alignment with their values and confident in who they are and happy with themselves is able to sit down, someone who's regulated as well, which is my number one quality that I seek in a man, someone who is regulated, who is confident within themselves, who holds themselves to a high standard, who takes care of their mind and their body. Someone who embodies all of those qualities would be able to sit down and have a conversation and say, hey, this isn't in alignment with who I am. I've had men find my Instagram and ghost me and never speak to me again. I've had other men come in and go, wow, you make the world a better place with what you teach. So it's really important when this happens to you to understand the science behind it. I'm a neuroscience baby and I love to understand what is going on in my body when this is happening. Ghosting triggers the same neural pathways in the body as pain. So my most recent ghosting, I felt pain in my body. I felt anxiety. I don't really eat sugar. It's not really a part of my carnivore diet, but I was craving sugar. I was drinking an extra glass of wine in the evening. I was going through loops in my brain. I was needing to. I'm a Gemini moon and Gemini rising. I'm also a generator who my authority is my gut. So I really needed to talk it out and understand what was going on in my body. I also had to hold my standards for if those people come back, to realize that maybe I broke my own rules because I saw someone's potential, to love myself for that, because it speaks to my willingness to try not to shame myself like you didn't stay in your standards and look what happened, to love myself for having such a big heart that can hold so much love and understanding and compassion, to allow the discomfort, because ghosting triggers feelings of abandonment and rejection. It's my Chiron. It's my deepest core wound. It's the thing that absolutely destroyed me in my DJ career. I was constantly looking for validation. I would constantly feel like I was in the middle of a conversation with someone and their facial changes were rejecting me. So I had to really understand that ghosting isn't a reflection of my worth, and it is not a reflection on yours either. And lean into gratitude for my courage. From all the fuckery I've been with, and all the DJs and the artists and the neuroscientists and these big, bold, beautiful men in this world that I have loved, that from all the pain and rejection and the toxicity and the abuse that I have experienced, that I still go out there and love. And that vulnerability and that courage is what is going to attract in the type of man that I am seeking. So let's talk about what to do when you've been ghosted. And I invite you to listen to this if it happened a while ago, because what will happen is the body keeps the score, the subconscious keeps the score. So going in and doing this work really gets rid of that debris. My most recent ghosting, it brought up all old emotions from when I walked away from my beautiful, perfect relationship in the French Riviera, the safest relationship I've ever been in. And I walked straight into this codependent dynamic with an avoidant attachment DJ, which is just such an old story for me. So I found that all of these old debris and all of these old stories were coming up. So when this happens, I invite you to honor your emotions and let yourself free. Journal out everything. Speak openly with someone that you trust. My girlfriends through the last experience were my absolute ride or dies, and I didn't really need advice. I just needed to speak it out and speak it out and what it was bringing up for me so I could get it out of my body. You can feel, I know if you girls or even the men being ghosted, you feel it in here. It's like makes you want to bend over. It's the suppression of feelings of rejection. It's confusion, it's sadness. And trust me, if you don't deal with them, they'll resurface later. Name the emotion. Is it anxiety? What is that pain? Is it grief? Are you embarrassed? I remember when it was about my Instagram, I went through my whole Instagram and I was like, fuck, like, is showing up online the way that I do, am I an embarrassment? Does this person not want to be seen with me because I want to make this world a better place and because I post my whole life online? Is there anger? What is it that you're feeling? And I want you to think, to keep that, because I'm going to take you through a quick little healing after this. Limiting the self-blame. If I just would have done this, then they would have done that. Or if I didn't show this part of myself, then they wouldn't have ghosted. And that. Stay away from the self-blame. Limit it as much as possible. Then it's time to reclaim your power. I love how open and vulnerable and goofy and how I allow men to enter my world and make them a part of it. I love how I show up honestly. It's a gift. And if someone doesn't want to be with you because of what you gave, ciao. A million people in this world, there's plenty more fish in the sea. Just check your inbox. Take back your story, and none of this, like, his loss, not mine, but more so that person missed out on a really beautiful opportunity to be seen and loved and held and adored in the way that I love. Because how I love is fucking big. And set new intentions. The last time I was ghosted, this person embodied the strong, amazing love for adventure, generous, big vision, bold human with big goals and dreams that wants to travel and see this world and have a feminine woman on his arm that can hold him high. And then he wasn't able to be held in that. I loved those qualities. So I took from my journaling those beautiful qualities and I put them over on my manifestation list for when I've healed and when I've felt what I would like to call in the next time I call someone into my field. And then it's all about regrounding your nervous system because ghosting shakes you up. How can you come back to self? If you're a portal member in my membership club, you've got my nervous system reset. You've got my shadow healing to go deep into those shadows and understand like what was reflected back to you. What made you feel not good enough? What story are you allowing that to tell yourself? And bring yourself back into alignment. Because when we're in alignment and our nervous system is regulated, that is from where we manifest and we're able to call in the clients, the high caliber men and women, the dream homes, the money, everything that you want comes from a grounded nervous system. Avoid numbing. I ate cheesecake and drank champagne for the first couple of days. And I allowed that to be okay because that is what I needed in that moment. And then the following day I was up, I was back at the gym. I was looking at my crypto. I was putting out offerings to clients. I was doing my makeup. I was putting on my favorite outfit and I was reconnecting with my friends as well. Doing things that I love. Then it's time to reframe the rejection rather than you being too much or not enough. Can we reframe it that that person in that moment on their journey was not able to hold that space for you? Because to be in a relationship with me, you need to be doing the work. You need to have self-confidence. You need to embody high-value qualities. And having the courage to show up again, getting back on the horse, getting back on the apps, getting back into the dating world. If you've done my program, Unshakable Confidence, and you know how to do the shadow and inner child work, you can actually take that feeling or that belief about yourself and you can alchemize it into this brand new part of your personality. When I was in Mexico with my connection, he was like, I couldn't figure out what it was about you. He's like, I thought you'd gotten hotter, which is, just such a shitty thing to say. He's like, but I realized you're more confident. And it's because the last time I saw him, I didn't feel deserving of such an incredible man and the experiences that he was giving me, like taking me on a helicopter to Saint Tropez and taking me to Black Card and Monaco. And I couldn't speak because I just felt so not enough. And this trip, I'm in a fucking 5-star resort in Mexico, absolutely owning the place because I felt worthy and deserving of that experience. Because I took that and I alchemized it. I will link Unshakable Confidence and the portal in the comments. Investing in yourself is the final part of winning after ghosting. Diving back into your practices. Giving yourself a glow up, the best revenge, in my opinion. I created you a glow up ebook with all of my recipes, all of the things that I do to my face, how I balance my hormones, how I have a healthy gut, how I feel the best I've ever felt at 35 years old. Next week. Invest in yourself. Get a program that will better you. Get the ebook where you can glow up. Sign up to the gym. Go on ClassPass. Find a new class. What lights you up? What makes you feel good? What makes you feel magnetic? Remember who the fuck you were before this person came into your life. Guys, I hope this helps. I'm going to take you through a little quick heart healing. I'm going to turn this light off. We're just going to make it all nice and comfy. So just seated in your chairs, those feet grounded on the floor, those hands in your lap. You're going to roll your eyes as far as they will go up into the back of your head until you can imagine them going all the way down to your heart space. Taking a deep breath in and a deep breath out, and just going to that emotion that you identified before. Was it anger? Was it sadness? Was it grief? And where in your body do you feel it? Breathing into this space and breathing out, loosening up that feeling. And I just want you to name the feeling out loud. And then I want you to say out loud, you are welcome here. Grief, you are welcome here. Sadness, you are welcome here. Welcome this emotion. For this gives you the power to release it. I'm going to give you distance energy Reiki. I'm playing my heart chakra bowl, and I just want you to breathe into this space, allowing any emotions to surface. And breathe out. Feeling yourself melting into the surface beneath you as the feeling begins to dissolve. Just seeing your favorite flower in your heart space. Seeing that flower open up as you crack yourself back open. I honor the love I gave and the lessons I've learned. I release what is no longer aligned with me. I am worthy and deserving of the very best love has to offer me. I am deserving of love that is consistent, kind, and aligned. My vulnerability is my strength, and I am proud of my courage to love. The love I seek is already seeking me. Allow a smile to come into the corners of your cheeks. Placing your hand on that beautiful heart space as you take a deep breath in and a deep breath out, just embracing yourself in a hug and rocking side to side. The most important relationship that you have on this earth, the person that you get to spend the rest of your life with. Give yourself a little squeeze as you slowly open up the eyes, familiarizing yourself with everything around the room, regulating that nervous system by shaking, flicking those wrists as if you were flicking water off them. I hope this helped. Guys, I'm new here on YouTube. Please give me a like or a subscribe or a comment. Everything helps me get my message out into the world. And I just thank you. If you're here till the end of the video, thank you so much for being here. This is my life's work. This is what I teach. And I want to create as many high-value women in their dream relationships, living their dream lives with their dream businesses, as many as possible. If you would like to experience more healing, you've got the portal, my membership space, where you've got over 25 meditations, EFT sessions, subliminals, all the tools that I wish I had on my journey to guide you to your best self. You also get my close friends on Instagram. I'm always sharing my crazy, wonderful life over there. And you also get full access to my Unconventional Life blog. Happy New Year.